we do that. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining our device management interface call. It's going to be a short call probably, but just going to update a few topics. We did release 1.1.1 with Volta 2.9 with a minor change from Amit, so that's out. On the image update, given the fact that this information cannot be 100% confirmed by the device, or it's going to be kept by the manager. There's like, there was an agreement that we're not going to do this because it's not going to be 100% reliable. So the whole point is gone. And the NEM, if it wants, it can just keep track of it itself. I do not expect any update from Radisys on the Open Device Manager or Open Device Agent. Amit, do you have any update from those folks or not?
No, unfortunately not.
That's what I thought, but it's okay. We're gonna get them when we get them. On the multi NNI front, we started a small progress in Volta, which is the fact that right now the port speed has been hard coded up until now in the OLT agent and OLT adapter. What that yielded was the fact that you couldn't really like perform certain in the future. You couldn't really perform certain lag elements, and also you couldn't really know what the speed of port you were using. So what we did was to we were working on the OpenOLT agent to expose this the speed to some BAL APIs. And I know this is not directly device management interface related, but if in the future we're gonna be capable of setting the port speed, even though at runtime, or even just right now, where when we set it via the initial configuration file, this port speed will actually be reported all the way up to the controller, which is good. So that's work that Elia is doing in parallel to some other things. It's not the highest priority, but whenever he has some time, he works on that. The beauty of not having meetings. So that's that. And I think that is also a base for the next topic, which is the lag and LACP. That as well is in the progress, in the sense that at least we started with this speed, because to show even the port with lag capabilities, you need to have it with the correct speed, because you might want to know that even though it shows up a single port, it's a 400 gig capable port, which is 4 by 100. So that is kind of at least the minor update I can give on these kind of 3 topics. Is there any questions on this?
No, no questions really. But
okay.
Yeah, lag basically will report only a single port, right? So
yes.
So effectively, above the or even at the adapter, it will all remain the same as is today, right?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, but in case of multi NNI, I think that is more complicated, right? Because you need to know have the flow rules also pointing to different NNIs.
Yes.
Okay.
But
okay.
Again, there is no real update on that front at this point in time. So we're starting in small, and I haven't yet received a document from Netsia advertising exactly all the requirements for for the lag and LACP, I think, as usual, is something that they like, but not have yet fully committed to work on, or even like fully understand exactly what the requirements from the operator are. So at this point in time, I have no real clue on this specific set of action items. I mean, sure, I know what it should be done, but from an action item perspective, there's many questions, and especially relationship to BAL and the relationship to the OLT agent and other things. So at this point in time, we are kind of not having an update on lag and LACP, at least from our front, from the ONF front.
So Andrea, just to understand this requirement, right? So is it that you would use a lag when you want to connect multiple NNI ports of the OLT to the same switch, and you would use multi-NNI when you would want to go to different switches?
Actually, that's a good point. It actually could even be a lag group that is connected to two different aggregation switches. I at least, this is what I partially understood from what Tor Telecom mentioned, Netsia mentioned, but
Okay.
Yet again, that's one of the things that I'd like to have in a pretty good defined design document, and I'm still missing that. Okay.
Yeah, I think the multi NNI is going to be interesting because
yeah, but yet again, it might be a requirement for lag and LACP. It might be not. There's a lot of uncertainty around these topics, and I honestly don't know. Yeah, what we need, exactly what we need to do. Still somewhat at a loss in the implementation front. So I will keep this here just for our internal knowledge. If there is any update, we can share it. But at this point in time, nothing major that we can do, nor even clarity on the same topics. There's many things, many questions that I'm waiting answers from. Also because it involves many other types of software, such as BAL and the agents and things like that. One question maybe for Holger, because I know kind of what the OpenOLT agent can do, which is not support lag, but what is the Adtran OLT capability to do lag and maybe even an ACP?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I guess probably lag, but I don't think we don't support LACP. I think for LACP you need a control protocol to switch, but this is only guessing. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I will look it up afterwards.
Okay. The only other item I had on the agenda was the RBAC authentication on top of the DMI. I don't believe there is major action on this, especially given that this is going to be an internal API geared within the data center. So I think we can stick with what we have, unless you guys feel differently. And especially, this is going to be a topic for when the Radisys implementation comes in, which is going to be in the future. And it's, yeah, I mean, the same thing we did for the OpenOLT agent, OpenOLT adapter. We secured a TLS. That's definitely something we want to do, but not at this point in time.
There's a question if the Adtran device manager is using
Yeah.
TLS. So you mean towards the OLT?
Yes, from the device manager to the OLT.
It's SSH.
And do you have a secure key exchange? Is it done via key, via password? Like, how is this encrypted? Is this encrypted at all?
Yeah. I mean, it's SSH. It's encrypted, so it's key based. But this is not the. I mean, we're using netconf, and netconf has two options: netconf via SSH or netconf via TLS, and we're using netconf via SSH here.
Okay.
And I guess for Radisys, it would be gRPC via TLS?
Most likely, yes.
Yeah. I'm a little bit confused by the by the point machine to machine on top of DMI. Why is it on top? Because DMI here is meant the DMI on the device, or?
Good point. These are actually.
Okay.
So actually two different separate things. The first one is the rollback authentication, and that is what I think it's actually avoidable, in my opinion. It can be skipped because of the fact that it's, again, not really, it's internal in the data center. It just, we can skip it. It's the same as Volta northbound, so we can skip it. It's the agent to the device that I believe it's a little bit more interesting. Okay. The other configuration, I think we can just. But I don't believe there is anything we need to do here, and this is more maybe a point for the Radisys guys whenever they do some implementation over there. So no action. So that was all I had on the agenda for today. But if you guys have any other topics that you would like to discuss, I'm open for hearing them and taking them on as a discussion.
Nothing from my side.
Okay, no, then if not, I'll be publishing the recording, and thanks a lot for joining, and we'll talk again in a couple of weeks. It might be that if there are no more topics that arise, I might cancel the call, and we can meet on a per need basis, maybe in some more time. Just make sure to send to me, even if you're not on the call, you're listening to the recording, make sure to send to me any information pertaining any topic that you would like to discuss with the team, and then we can add it to the agenda and have the meeting as needed. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.